All right, what we're going to talk about today, and I'm only posting this because I couldn't find anything on YouTube telling you how to deal with it. This is a Bobcat 52-inch zero-turn mower, and for some reason it quit starting and the blades won't engage. And so I'm going to show you what we did real quick and how to deal with this. And actually, you can do this with any mower. It's the same basic stuff every time. And first thing you want to do is you want to go to the shop and get you a tester. You can do it with a multimeter. You can do it with a little 12-volt tester. I like the 12-volt testers because they're quick and easy. Sometimes you have to go to the multimeters to make it work. So the first thing you do, you already had this off, is you're going to access where are your fuses. And I'm going to set this up. Sorry about all the wiggling, but I only got two hands. And I might invest in one of those things that hold your phone at some point, but I don't have one right now. So I'm going to put that on the negative. Come in here, we're going to find the breakers. And all the breakers are right here. I got one right here that I've had to change out. Can you see this? I'm pointing to this right over here. That is the reason it wasn't starting. And it was completely shorted out and melted. So we went in and we replaced the fuse holder. And what you want to do, and this is a fuse, this is a fuse, and this is a little circuit board. And you want to take all three of those out, test them with the light test. They should have positive and light up the light on both sides. If it doesn't, replace the fuses. That's what we did to this one down here, and it started. But now the blades won't engage. So we had some kind of major electrical problem going on here. And so we tested those, replaced the fuses. We know the fuses are all good. Next, you move to the relays. Do y'all see these down here? These are the relays right here. There's three of them. Those we pulled out. I have a relay tester. Man, you can buy one off the internet or off Amazon for about 15 or 20 bucks. Best investment you're ever gonna make if you do a lot of fix your own stuff, because it tells you in minutes if the relays are good or bad. I don't care what kind of test you can put together for it. They're just awesome, and it'll last you forever if you just take care of it. We pulled out all three of those relays. I pulled out three of those relays. All the connections were disgustingly dirty, so I tested the relays. They're all three good, and I cleaned all the connections while I'm in there. And that's part of it with these lawnmowers, is that they get dirt and grass in them all the time. So anyway, so now we know the fuses are good and the relays are good. So now what you're going to do, if your blades are not engaging, at least this is the way I do it, and I do it in this order, is I go down here to the electric clutch underneath the mower. And that's what this is here. You just disconnect this, it pulls apart, takes the little clamp off, and there's two connections, one for the positive, the red, one for the black. That's a positive and a negative, and you have to test them both, because the circuit actually will break the negative if you don't have everything in the right position. And so anyway, so you gotta, with your light check, put the ground on the battery, test the red connection when you pull it off, make sure it lights up. And this is while it's running and with the blades engaged, which they're not engaged, and so they're not working. So while it's disconnected, you're gonna test it on this side. This is gonna be the blue one, which is the red one, which is hot, and the black one, which is ground. And then you're gonna put the light on the positive of the battery and then test the ground, make sure it works. In this case, I've tested it and there's no power coming to this. So that tells me it's not the electric clutch, it's a power issue so far. And I ain't saying electric clutch is good, I'm just saying we gotta find out why it's not getting any power. So we've checked the fuses, we've checked the clutch, and we don't have any power. The fuse is good, the relays are good. So I've come up here and I've checked the wires, and just the wires going to it. The wires are in good shape. I followed the wires into the harness. And then the next place they go to is all the way up here to the PTO switch. That's what this is, all right? So with it running, you should have power. I'm gonna disconnect that switch, it just pulls off of there. You should have power, and if you see there's two connections. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna, while I got you here, is we're gonna reconnect. Hold on just a second, I gotta reconnect my light. Setting you down just for a second, don't go nowhere. We'll reconnect the light to the ground and test the light, make sure it works. See, it lights up beautifully, works. And we're gonna reconnect it long enough to start it, setting you down again. That has to be connected to start it, do you see that? And I want it slightly off so I can test it. Anyway, we're gonna start it. That's down, that's up, choke is on, that is up, most of those are out, brake is up, and it's not starting for some reason. Oh, PTO is on. Turn this off, and we're going to test the wires. The PTO's on, we should have power with the key on, sorry. All right, we have power going to that one, not that one. Power going to that one, not that one. So what that tells me is when the switch is on, it should provide power from here to here, and then power from here to here. And since we have power going to the switch, we may not have power coming out of the switch. So I'm gonna set you down again. We're gonna start it again, gotta choke it. And absolutely, it activated it. It's not running high enough power to run it, but I jumped these two right here and it activated it. So what that tells you is this PTO switch is bad, because when it's pulled, it's not getting power from here to here. And if I tested that didn't work, I would have jumped the other two and see if that did it. And if it did, then your PTO switch is bad. So now we know the PTO switch ain't working, and we've ordered another one on Amazon. It's like 15 bucks. It's 1-day delivery. At the end of the day, I'll put that in there, and the PTO will be working again. So now we got a motor running because we replaced a fuse. Sorry, man, I'm getting old. Doesn't count. The breakers are good. The connection at the bottom was good. And now we just found out that the PTO switch is bad. We're replacing the PTO switch. That's just working on powering up the blades, engaging the blades. And so when you have a problem, sit and think about if it's a non-starting problem, you know, the handles have to be out, the brake has to be on, you have to be sitting on it. And those are things you would check if it wasn't starting. But this is a blade issue, and all we did, we traced it from the mechanical clutch all the way up to the PTO switch. If we didn't have power going to the PTO switch, then I'd start chasing these wires backwards and find out what's going on there. But usually if you got power going to the PTO switch, and it's not passing it on. Your PTO switch is bad, and you just chase down wires, you chase down fuses. But that was a simple enough fix. Just took about 10 minutes to trace it down. Good luck on it. It'll probably be effective for pretty much any mower, any zero-turn mower. You can check the same things.